She stood in my kitchen, barefoot, clutching her coffee mug as if it gave her authority. Her voice didn't shake when she said it. "You either help raise the kids and keep this place running, or you can leave. This house isn't yours anymore, it's ours." That word ours cut deeper than any blade. I didn't argue, I didn't beg, I simply stared at her, my own daughter, a woman I had once cradled through sickness, heartbreak, and storms of her own making. Now she was standing in my home, drawing battle lines. And she thought she'd already won. Backstory setup. I bought this house with my own hands, brick by brick, after my divorce. It wasn't grand, but it was mine, my refuge, my second chance at life. When my daughter's marriage collapsed, she came knocking with her children in tow, eyes wet, voice trembling. I opened my door without hesitation. I told her, "You'll always have a place here." I meant it, back then. The first weeks were quiet. She was grateful, polite. The kids brought laughter into the halls I'd once walked alone. For a fleeting moment, I thought maybe, just maybe, this was how life repaired itself. But gratitude has a short shelf life. Discovery of betrayal. It began with little things. She spoke about the house as if it were hers, my kitchen, my garden. She shifted bills into my name and called it easier. She stopped asking, stopped thanking. One night I overheard her on the phone. Her voice was sharp, dismissive. "She won't say no, she's too old to fight back." That was when I understood. I wasn't family anymore. I was labor, a built-in babysitter, a housemaid, a relic occupying space they already considered theirs. Still, I kept quiet, because silence gives you time. Shift in mindset. The day she threatened to kick me out was the day I decided to vanish. Not run, not hide, vanish. I knew her weakness, dependence. She had built her fragile new world on the foundation of me. Without me, the cracks would show. I began planning with precision. Every document, every key, every account. The house, though she claimed it, was still legally mine. I made sure the deed was tucked somewhere safe she'd never think to look. I paid off what I needed to, redirected the rest. Canceled the grocery orders. Pulled back the utilities into my private account. Slowly, silently, I unthreaded myself from their lives. Like pulling stitches from a wound she didn't know was open. She believed I was powerless. That belief was my greatest weapon. Execution of the plan. On a Wednesday night, while they slept tangled in blankets and chaos, I packed what mattered. Just one suitcase. No goodbyes, no explanations. I withdrew my savings, every last penny. She assumed I'd left untouched. And then, before dawn cracked the horizon, I walked out the door. My footsteps didn't echo. My departure was soundless, invisible. By midday, the fallout began. The groceries never arrived. The laundry remained undone. The kids missed their school rides. The power bill went unpaid. The Wi-Fi blinked out. She had no safety net, because I had been the net. Her calls lit up my phone, dozens, then hundreds, each more frantic than the last. At first she demanded, then she begged, finally she cried. I didn't answer a single one. Climax and confrontation. 2 weeks later, I returned, not to move back, but to finish the story. I walked through the front door I still owned, finding the house in disarray. Dishes stacked high, laundry spilling, children screaming while she slumped in a chair, hollow-eyed. She looked up and froze. You came back," she whispered, as though I were a ghost. I stepped closer, calm, deliberate. "No," I said. "I came to remind you. This was never yours. Not the house, not me." She opened her mouth, but no words formed. She saw it then. The truth laid bare in the deed I slid onto the table, my name clear as day. Her empire of entitlement crumbled in that instant. Resolution and emotional release. I didn't yell, I didn't gloat. I simply gathered the last few things that belonged to me. She asked where I'd been, her voice a rasp of desperation. I gave her the only answer she deserved. Somewhere peaceful, somewhere you'll never be, until you learn what it costs to take without giving. Then I left. This time, the sound of the door closing echoed through her silence. I've been gone ever since. I don't wonder how they're surviving. I don't care if the chaos swallowed them whole. What I know is this. She thought she could bury me under obligation and ownership. Instead, I buried her under her own dependence. And in that silence, away from their demands, their chaos, I found my freedom.